Yeah, they have extra costs. They have to pay for the ferry ticket, and they have a huge time constraint. So especially in the summertime, you can't just, in the wintertime, they have a thing called standby where you can just show up at the boat, and the boats usually don't fill up, and they'll get you on almost any boat you show up on. Come May through October, that's not the case at all. You have to have a reservation. So sometimes if you're a farrier and you're coming over on the very first boat, which is 6 a.m. and the very last boat at 9:30 p.m., you really have to maximize your time, and you have to be smart about it, and you're paying a cost. And if you miss that boat at 9:30, you're screwed. You have to try to find a hotel room or sleep in your truck for the night. And then the next day try to get off, which could take you the whole day. And if you had any other horses to do off island the next day, you're in trouble. So yeah, they have a lot of constraints coming over to try to maximize their time. And what I learned, Mike told me at Cornell a long time ago, was that you can book your first appointment and everything after that is an ish. Like, I know I'll meet you at the first barn at 9 a.m. The one that's around 2 o'clock, I'll call you if I'm running late, but it's about 2-ish, because you don't know what's going to go wrong or what shoes you'll have to make or modifications and stuff. So sometimes those farriers will end up having to leave with, 3 or 4 horses at the end of the night that didn't make it in their time frame. And that, I often get calls from those owners to go, the horse can't wait another 6-8 weeks for that farrier to come back. And I always try to never steal horses from other farriers. I'll go and help that woman out or that person out with their horse, and I don't, they sometimes will ask me to take the horse on. I said, that's the other farrier's job. He just missed it that day. If you're a resident, which none of the farriers are, I'm the only resident farrier here, that if you're a resident, you get, it's almost 60% less, but I think to bring your truck over one way is $160. Okay. I think, and the way they do it on the ferry is by length. So if you have a really, big F350 or 250 and it's got extended bed, and the height, they do it by length and height. So if you have a smaller truck, the ferries have sections underneath where cars can park. Right. So if they know that your truck is so high it has to be in the middle, that's going to take up space from the freight trucks, so they charge accordingly. So I bet you it could probably be close to 300 round trip for a ferry to bring his rig over, I believe.